Welcome back to Bite Size Sports fans. Happy Thursday. We, of course, there it is. Cheers in.
Bad news Bears, bro. Both of us. Actually, you guys won, so not as bad.
Yeah, very ugly win against the Bears.
Can't wait for our segment, Whose Quarterback's Worse?
Yeah, around the AFC South will be a lot of fun tonight.
We're going to change the name. What stupid thing did they do this week?
How you doing to start us off, James?
I'm great, man. I am great. It is what it is. I'm one of the Titans are one of the only defeated teams in the league. There's 3 of us. But we could be paying Trevor Lawrence. So it could be worse, Kev. It could fucking be worse.
Yeah, it could. And, we're not much better. The AFC South really not looking pretty out there tonight. No. Neither have the Dallas Cowboys, to be honest. Now, the last I saw, this is still a close game, James, but it's been a few minutes. What's going on in the Thursday?
Right as we went live, it changed. They threw a monster touchdown to CD. Long one. It was 55 yards.
Dang. And
what
thank
up,
you, Advent.
Appreciate
you, sir.
Yeah, they 55-yard touchdown. So they're up 14-6 right now.
Also, Rico Dowdle. I almost did it, James. I couldn't pull the trigger. I stashed him in a couple of leagues because he had a horrible ADP for what I assumed would eventually be the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm like, there's no way. We all saw Zeke last year. There's no way Zeke is RB1 for that team for 17 games. Press X to doubt. So I got me some Rico Dowdle shares. Not too early, but in the draft. Got him late. And his stock has been rising week after week. He's getting more of the share of the backfield touches. And wouldn't you know it, this week when I really thought about plugging him in for a young man, either Swift out of Chicago or Rachaad White, I've got 2 guys that really haven't been doing so hot that I thought, maybe we'll go ahead. And I couldn't pull the trigger, James. And wouldn't you know it, 26-yard screen pass to the house. Big Rico making
it was a good one. I thought it was going to get called back. I thought there was a holding or blocking back or something, but they pulled the flag up. Yeah, good good play.
Yeah, it was weird. I got to the game right as that play was happening, so I didn't I saw the flag, but I didn't have enough time to see what was actually going on. But it looked it looked like there was something weird there. But
it just seemed like that's what it would be, and
called back. Nothing.
I'm also
what
in our online dynasty right now. I got my brother playing my brother-in-law, and my brother just threw a bad pick. Bad pick there. A lot of things going on here. Big matchup. Number 3 Tulsa versus number 22 or 23 Florida Atlantic. Tough pick there.
Wait, so are you watching the game live or
they got it on Twitch right now? Yeah. Remember, there's there 6 of us in this dynasty. Anytime any of us play each other, we throw the link on Twitch and throw it in everybody's in the chat so everybody can turn it on.
Oh, that is awesome. You guys got the boys in the Bite Size Sports CFB dynasty need to start doing that. I will volunteer.
You got to throw them up there.
You got play-by-play commentary right here on the sidelines, baby.
Exactly.
Well, we gotta call it down the middle, though, right? I'm not playing any favorites.
We can have some fun with
it. Do you have any fantasy players that you are keeping an eye on for tonight's game?
John, it's real easy to do. By the way, you can Twitch it right from your consoles. It's so easy. I've got Malik Neighbors here playing. Let's take a gander. Oh, wow. I have CeeDee Lamb playing too. I didn't realize that. I forgot he was on my team, and he has 20.5 right now. He is killing it in a PPR league. And Malik Neighbors has 5.8, so I am off to a hot start.
Ooh, yeah.
That's fun.
You got to cover him if you're Dallas. It'd be nice to have – it doesn't have to be Diggs on every play, but
Danny Dimes is still Danny Dimes. He really underthrew him there. Neighbors is awesome, by the way. Neighbors is awesome.
as good as advertised. And you know who else has been great that I know Keebler was high on, that I was singing the praises of over here? Wan'Dale Robinson, now that he's healthy, finally starting to come together.
Yeah, a lot of catches. If you got a PPR league, he's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been a viable wide receiver. I had no choice but to put him in the flex this week. He's just been I've also dealing with a couple of injuries that don't you hate when that happens, when you've got some guys questionable on Sunday and your best option for a replacement is the Thursday night game, and so
that's tough. So you have to commit, and you just can't be mad if it happens. If they play, you just whatever. You just have to. It is what it is type deal.
They go from doubtful to playing on Sunday, and then
then they have fucking 35 points because that's how it's going to work.
Got Belichicked again. It better be easy for me. His technological age is 74. Woo!
Johnny, I think you guys play on PS. Correct me if I'm wrong. I assume like on Xbox, all you do is you hit the menu button and you just hit start stream and you connect your Twitch and it's just it's live. It literally is a button. So I'd assume you can do the same thing on PS5.
Yeah, the PS4
would be awesome if you do. You need to do it.
Has it, but since the PS5 Pro with the disc drive is a measly $1,000, I don't know if it'll come with all the bells and whistles. James, you might not be able.
Did you see the 30th anniversary one is $1,000 fucking dollars, dude?
Buy a computer. Just buy a computer at that point. You don't understand the purpose of what you have designed and built. If you are making video game consoles that cost as much as desktop computers, you have lost the plot, my friend. It is game over, pal. Just go buy a fucking computer.
Obviously wrong show, but that's our Monday show. We do this, but you thought 700 was fucking bad, man. 1,000, bruh. Kev's gonna have to fucking sell a limb.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. One day you guys are gonna come in and Bite Size Sports have a completely new owner. Like, yeah, Kev sold off literally every asset. He couldn't hold off on playing college football 25 any longer. He sold everything he owns, including this hat.
It's crazy, man. Like, it's not even a next gen console. Like, even then I couldn't justify it. Fucking $1,000 is just.
It's got to be a tax write-off. At this point.
Giants 4th and inches at the 50-yard line. 5:45 left here. Going for it. They do. Oh my god. Oh, oh my god. Oh, you're gonna be sick if you're the Cowboys. They blitzed off the edge and had him 3 yards in the backfield, and he got away and ran all the way to the left sideline and snuck by and got first down.
Oh. Who was it? Wow. Danny Dimes, or was it the running back?
Running back. I think it's Singletary. They come off the left edge, blitz, and he just whiffs. Oh my god, he just misses him. He spins out of it and goes all the way. He runs way left around everybody. It looked like a fucking video game play where you're like,
oh yeah, that one's gonna make you sick.
Just didn't get him wrapped up. Oh, that'll make you sick.
I hate that. Well, I don't know. Maybe hate's a strong word. Do not love that call though. When you're what is it? I mean, these are two of the worst run defenses in the league that don't play in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea,
2 and 3, Indianapolis is number 1.
Yeah, it's bad. I think literally Indy's 31st. One of these two teams is 32nd. I think it might be Dallas, but either way, I mean, they're bad. And the idea that with 5 minutes left, you go for it at midfield with the Cowboys.
You must not have much faith in yourself. Like you got to take advantage when you can, I guess.
Yeah, you either have way too much faith in your defense, or you have absolutely zero faith in your offense, which has had an okay day. So I don't know. I don't know, man. The Giants are climbing an uphill battle all season long. So who am I to disagree? But not a very confident building move for me when you're not even in the final 2 minutes of the first half and we're going for it in 4th down situations at midfield. Like, Jesus, tell me you don't think you belong here, pal. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah. Someone else who no longer belongs where they are, James. We're going to pivot away from the gridiron for just a little bit, because most of our episode honestly is football related, and we've got our good friend Johnny Bite Size Vikes doing a NFL program. Necessary Roughness is right after us, so let's shake it up for a little bit. I can't call it a palate cleanser because the Oakland Athletics have spent their last night in existence in front of a sold-out arena, James, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
The Athletic fans got to go home with a very bittersweet W.
Very bittersweet, but man, was that place packed.
The owner's got to be saying, if y'all had done this before, maybe that's what he's telling himself, but fuck that dude.
Fuck that dude, man.
And probably to a lesser degree, fuck the MLB for.
Like they probably had a part to play in it. Like they're not.
They probably didn't do anything to help keep the team in Oakland where it belonged. But while James pulls that up, I saw a clip right before the show of grounds crew members with just fans crowding next to the dugout. And these guys, they had the shovels, and they're just dumping dirt from the infield into water bottles and cups. And the fans are taking the dirt home, which I have absolutely done that. I got a chance to go to a Notre Dame game with a friend who was a recruit at the time. So I got to be on the field at Notre Dame Stadium. You best believe I still have some grass and dirt from that place.
Yeah.
Statute of limitations. You can't arrest me for it.
To Schumann.
I think.
And the ground ball will end things.
Listen to them. Hopefully they show video. I was hoping they showed the crowd.
One more win for the
Where's this
Oakland
place?
fans.
Look at that. You haven't seen that in 20 years.
Packed. Maybe if you fielded a fucking actual roster.
A W on a day.
Look at it.
That everybody
Wow.
in the Bay needed one.
It's a damn shame, man.
Props to them. Like the players didn't do it.
Have you seen the clip where they use the music from Moneyball and put it over that exact clip?
No, I
And so
didn't.
it like crescendos with the because that's what I made that joke in the pre-show, but there it is right there, Moneyball 2. Except this time it's the owner's greed that ruins the Oakland Athletics, but they still get to go out on top with the
shout out to the players and the coaches. They didn't fucking do it.
at least they got to end it on a high note.
Couldn't field a competitive roster. No wonder nobody wants to. And they're not even moving to Vegas next year. Aren't they moving somewhere fucking weird for like 2 years?
Oh, probably. That's usually how that stuff works because it takes a while to get a
17 games back in their own division.
And again, the logistics are something that's beyond me, and we didn't really do a ton of research ahead of this, but the idea that they're going to move the team and they're not going to Vegas and they can't stay in Oakland for even those additional 2 years.
So stupid.
Just goddamn.
Okay. So stupid.
Go ahead.
Pause for station identification. The Cowboys just took a fumble like 60 yards back, but I think it's going to be an incomplete pass. I think it hits his hands and then he drops it before. If he took 2 steps, this is a fucking huge swing play here. There's a flag on the field too. Cowboys are also wearing their white helmets. I love their white helmets. Their white uniforms.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. With the big blue stars on. I like the dark blue with the white shoulder pads and the white helmet for the Cowboys. That's what I'm going for. But yeah, a sad day for Oakland fans. Just the greed of NFL ownership
is the penalty.
Wow.
But are they calling this a fumble? It's Wandale. It's your boy. Shit, it was your boy that did it.
No.
Oh my God.
Take it all back.
I don't think that's a catch. He catches it like on the inside. He turns. It looks like it's slipping out of his hand. It's a huge fucking play here. They were on the 20.
That's crazy. What?
Danny Dimes rolls out left, hits him on the inside. He turns inside. He takes 2 steps, but it looks like the ball's coming out the whole time.
Is this a broken play? How do we get an ineligible man downfield on a wide receiver screen? It's one thing when it's a running back screen.
It wasn't a screen, it was like a swing pass to the left. So which makes it even worse. They called it not a fumble. It's 1st and 50. And I was gonna say I thought he turned and like he takes 2 steps, but it looks like the ball's like squirting out of his hands the whole time, like he never had it. They're fucking lucky. Yeah,
I mean,
15.
I think that lineman didn't know the play that was called. How the hell do you get 6 yards upfield in time?
I don't know. That's confusing.
How the hell do you? Jesus. The Colts might want to play that guy at tight end.
They might trade for him tomorrow.
He can move like that. Yeah, man. Hot dang, brother. Well, before we move on, any thoughts on corporate greed in general, or the frequent rearranging of NFL? Not even NFL, but just Big Four. You know, you see a lot in hockey as well. A lot more teams moving in recent time. You got any thoughts on that, James?
Fuck corporate America. That's what I say. Them greedy bastards.
No matter what.
Isn't the reason they left Oakland because they were trying to make the city pay for their stadium?
Usually that's how it works. I want to say when the Crew were dealing with their whole situation where we had to save the Crew, the owner he wanted to move the team to Austin, instead had a new team made in Austin. It's usually what it comes down to. These rich bastards, they want the city to pay for the stadium in order to get them to stay. All kinds of shit. I mean,
like perfect example is NFL puts 2 teams in LA, right? Because they're so awesome. They take the Rams, they steal the Rams from St. Louis, fuck St. Louis over, ruin downtown, move them to LA. And their game against the San Francisco 49ers last weekend was a home game for the Niners. It was full of Niners fans. Full of Niners fans.
The LA one is even worse because we've all seen this movie before. The Rams were moved out of LA because no one gave a shit. Newsflash. Yep. No one gives a shit.
They left
still. Los Angeles is not a football town. You don't need one team, let alone 2. You can maybe get away with one.
Ask the Clippers how it's going, having 2 teams in the town.
Right. And the Lakers, if it weren't for the fact that they were so good for a decade in the 80s and had all those people, like they wouldn't be there. The Lakers aren't even as relevant in that culture as they were.
Not as the Showtime. Yeah, they've even post Kobe, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they're. I can't act like they're not still an important thing. You know, their tickets are still high and all that. But yeah, it's not at all the same as what it was 10, 20 years ago. It's just not a sports town, man. It's Hollywood. There's a lot of other things going on.
It's 100%.
It's one of the few towns in America where you don't need sports to there's 100 things to go fucking do. Most of us in the Midwest don't have a lot of options in the downtowns. That's why you see Ohio have a football team on each end of the state. You know, we need some shit to do around here. LA having 2 teams is one of the dumbest things ever. One of the most avoidable mistakes. We'll see these teams moved. I think, James, in our lifetime, we will see one, if not both of those teams moved back out.
Oh, I agree.
Just a complete waste of money. Should have just made a big concert venue. Makes no sense what they want. They wanted to have a cool big stadium. We got to compete with Jerry Jones.
Awesome. Like give him credit. Like stadium's dope as shit.
Yeah, but it's kind of like when you're booking events. You know, you get the arena that fits the event, right? Like, James, if you and I wanted to put on a boxing match, we wouldn't go to Arlington. We wouldn't say to Jerry Jones, hey, how much does it cost to rent out your arena? We'd get a card put together and we'd go find a good sized arena that fits the show that we've built. The LA Coliseum, whatever the hell this thing is, they built an arena for the sake of having a massive arena. They didn't have anything that actually required them to have this arena. They just wanted to be a destination for Super Bowls and all of this shit. And it's like, oh, well, I guess we'll have a team who will play. I mean, fuck.
We'll just have a team there so that we can, 100%.
Yeah, MLS crowds draw more than fucking Chargers and Rams games.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is embarrassing. You think the Oakland Athletics have bad? Like, come on, dude. Vegas probably has better home attendance, and that's a tourist town. Like 8 people live there. Everybody else is on vacation. Everybody else is there for 4 days, and they get a better home crowd than LA. It's unbelievable.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
So what happens when you put suits in the wrong places? James and I deal with this 3 days a week. Doesn't matter the channel, doesn't matter the program. We are here to talk shit about corporate America and just corporations in general.
Fuck them.
So fuck that. FJF, says Nate. Don't know what that means, but I hope it wasn't a bad thing for me to repeat. Let's see. You know what? Before we pivot back to the gridiron, James, here's one that you and I can root for together because you're former Nebraska Cornhusker stud. What do they call him? The lefty Steph Curry, Big Ten baller.
They say Tominaga 4-3. Nate's heard that before.
Ooh, Nate.
I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, a little 10-day, a little exhibit with the Indiana Pacers. Now, to me, this just feels like the rich get richer when it comes to underappreciated, talented combo guards. It feels like we already have Nembhard. We already have Shepherd. Like, you guys are just going to really keep letting us get these kind of guys? You're really going to let the Pacers do this?
I love Casey. God, I love him. Fuck off, Nate. Fuck out of here, bud. Fuck out of here.
We will not tolerate that disrespect.
We do not tolerate the slander.
Not while Tominaga is currently a Pacer. We will not. We will not. John says Nem soft. All right. That's inappropriate. Okay. That's inappropriate. But no, this is a guy that I think we both liked when we were talking about the draft and everything, as far as some prospects. He was somebody we've enjoyed watching in college. James more so than I because of who he plays
so
for.
Fun. God, he's so fun. I went and watched him at IU last year, and he fucking kicked their ass. Had 20-some.
Which is
he's
exactly
so cool.
why.
Played in the Olympics this summer for the Japanese national team. He's awesome. He shoots the fucking piss out of it. He's gonna take some wild shots now. He's pretty small. He's pretty small. Thanks, John.
But I think he's got the talent. We've seen some small guys make it in the NBA. So even if it's not in Indiana, which I really hope that it is, do you think we'll see him on an NBA roster this season?
Oh, man, he can light it up, dude. Like, if you need some quick points, that motherfucker can shoot it.
Like
he's small, man. That's the thing. Like, they're gonna. Yeah, he's a microwave scorer. They will target the shit out of him on offense. Like, defensively, they are gonna target him. So, I think he might be on a roster. Like, I think it's possible. Like, he might. I could see him more as a two-way guy. I don't. He's fucking small. Let's see what the Huskers had him listed as last year, and then take 2 inches off it.
Right? Yeah. Everybody gets a
For
little
anybody that doesn't know, I worked in college basketball, and you fucking juice those up, especially the short guys.
Depending on how important sports are in your high school, they might be faking it. I'm not going to say any names, but our high school program wasn't super accurate at certain positions.
Basketball roster.
A lot of 6'1" kids on a high school team. I was like, what the hell? Awful short for 6'1". While he looks that up, another quick, because we probably won't talk about this topic very much. You can see it there just underneath James. And if I pop it up here, you can see a little bit more. Vancouver throwbacks are coming
Oh, they're
back
fucking
to
beautiful.
the Memphis Grizzlies. And we talked about this, I think, a week or two ago. So I felt obligated to bring it to the show. Man, I can't wait to
Beautiful.
see
Fuck,
these.
it's those jerseys are beautiful. Shout out what's his name's getting his jersey retired? Can't think of his name.
Is it Zebo?
No.
Is it
no.
Randolph?
Tony who's the defender? Who was the defender on those teams?
Tony Allen, probably.
Tony Allen. Yeah, I think he's the one. Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
They say 6'2". K-Say's not 6'2". He's maybe 5'10".
Wow.
Maybe he's 6 foot. Maybe we'll give him 6 foot. He's small though, man. 179 pounds. Tony Allen. Yeah, Tony Allen's getting his jersey retired. So shout out to him. It's kind of crazy.
Another 2K stud, by the way.
Oh, defensive monster. Hell yeah.
Well, we love that, and we'll keep an eye on him. I tend to think that he is somebody who will find a spot on a roster. I like your assessment for year one, James, that he may be a two-way player, spends a little time in the G League.
Yeah.
But the right team, whether because of injuries or because there's just some teams out there that are bad, that maybe he seems like the kind of dude who could average 18 points on a team that's just kind of in the middle of a rebuild and needs a few extra guys. I don't know if that's 3 or 4 years away from now, but I definitely think he's got the talent to be somebody who can come in and maybe a bit of an offensive specialist, but somebody we'll be excited to watch. What does he say? He brought that 08 Celtics fuck you defense down to Memphis. Yeah, Tony Allen. My God, that's where you get that whole grindhouse Memphis culture from, right? Was basically just having Tony Allen and Zach Randolph on the same team. Like that's
oh my
what
God,
did that.
grit and grind, man. They just fucking grinded you into dust. They just ground you into fucking bit. It's God, yeah.
Yeah, some of my favorite.
Those teams were fun. They never could get over the hump, but man, they were fun. You respected the hell out of them.
Yeah, and you didn't see like low post merchants like Zebo anymore. You know, like you don't see a whole ton of his game where it was just
he was
like
old
foul
school,
lining in.
Yeah, foul lining in, like old school, couldn't shoot at all, you know. Yeah, Zebo was awesome, man. Mike Conley, young Mike Conley is on those teams. Really cool. Love those teams. Good for him, man. Good for him.
Lots of fun. You know, I love that. We love when we get to talk about the NBA, but we might as well kick it back to the gridiron. I know that's where our main course takes place. Before we dive into that, any updates on the Thursday night football front? Are we still in halftime?
14-9, Cowboys are driving.
Ooh.
So they are driving right now.
We will keep an eye on that. Let me know if anything big pops up. Now, we knew this next topic was coming. I don't know if James and I knew we'd be talking about it this early into the life of the new college football world, but today we have a little segment called UNLV versus NIL, and as James already knows, there's a whole lot to this story, right, James? A bunch of us to cover.
So the gist of the story, the beginning was so UNLV, Kev, is 3-0 right now, undefeated. They've beaten 2 Power 5 teams. They just beat Kansas, who started the season ranked. They're one of the favorites from the group of 5 to make the new expanded 12-team playoff. Earlier this week, Monday or Tuesday, the starting quarterback announces that he is redshirting and then going to transfer after the season. He started 3 games for him. He says that some agreements were not upheld, is essentially what he says. So rumors start to circulate, right? And the rumors are getting out that they go 3-0. He walks into the coach's office, requests more money, they say, no, we're not going to give it to you. And he says he's leaving, right? So there's also rumors that another school came in and offered him a bunch of money. All kinds of rumors coming out. It starts to get out, like the truth is starting to get out. Obviously, UNLV is saying all kinds of, they're trying to save face. They're trying to just make him look, they're just smearing him right now with all their statements. What I think the truth, what it's starting to sound like is that UNLV promised him $100,000 to play one season from him. He was a transfer from Holy Cross, which in college football money is not really that much. To put that into perspective for people who don't work in the business, don't understand it, it's not that much money in that. For a starting quarterback, it's pretty good. Never got the money. Contract was never signed. Big screw up on both parties' parts, really on the quarterback's party's fault, is that there was no contract signed. What he's gotten so far was a $3,000 moving bonus or travel stipend, whatever you want to say, like to cover his moving expenses. And they were offering him $3,000 a month for 4 months. So he was going to get $12,000 total plus the three. So he'd have been $85,000 short of what was offered. Okay. The school is saying that was never the agreement. The NIL, the boosters came out. The NIL group said they were never a part of this. They never agreed to anything. There was no signed contract, what I said. So his agent's firing back at them saying it was a verbal agreement, et cetera, right? Then the story gets wilder because the NIL agent is not a registered agent in the state of Nevada, and he can go to jail.
Unbelievable.
It's illegal. Like, you can't represent somebody in Nevada. He could actually go to jail. This is the agent's fault. I don't know who it is. These NIL agents, so many of them just prey on these kids, right? And this is correct. Never got any signed documentation. Didn't reach out to the collective until late August. Wasn't a registered agent. And he's right. Overpromises are a problem, but it seems like Sluka needs a new agent. And he's absolutely right. This kid got fucked. And it's everybody's fault. Like, if they promised him 100,000, which you don't know, like they probably did. Like I'm assuming they did. I'm not gonna say whoever recruited him wasn't like, like I guarantee they did. But his fucking agent doesn't get it in writing. Nothing. Yeah, look at that.
What? Like what?
His agent says a collective may not agree to 100,000, but his coaches did. That's not a contract, man. That's their fault, and that's this fucking guy being not a registered agent, not knowing the fuck he's doing. This kid got fucked.
Yeah, and like, and you had pointed something out in the pre-show when we were talking about this, and you alluded to it before when you said 100,000, not a lot to pay for a quarterback. Dave Portnoy has been on record. I don't know if he's joking.
He offered. I don't
$1
think
to $3 million a year for a Michigan quarterback.
Yeah, he said he would donate. He would pay $1 to $3 million a year to get Michigan a stud quarterback every single year. I don't think he was joking at all. And that's about the number I've heard is in those realms.
And for guys like that who are probably, if you're getting paid that much, you're probably potentially at least in the pool of talent that's considered for the NFL. This guy, Matthew Sluka, you said he's from Holy Cross.
Might transfer from Holy Cross.
Be many more opportunities for him to earn $100,000 as a football player, right, James? To me, this is where it's really just vile and awful. Like, yes, idiot. I'm so sorry, Matthew.
Yes,
I know you're a young guy. Your agent is really the idiot that I'd like to verbally slap. But, you lesson learned, you got to make sure you hire the right people. This agent is a fucking idiot, though. Yeah. But this I feel bad for this poor kid because, like,
he gets screwed in this process. Is this going to be
here next year? Is this money going to be here? Is he? Yeah, he gets
That's
completely
the thing.
Screwed.
Like we were talking, he's never probably made money before. At Holy Cross, he was, and he's got a school paid for. He gets this 6-figure opportunity. Kev, I don't know about you. I don't make 6 figures. I assume you probably don't either.
That's correct. Yeah.
He's also not going to play in the NFL. So he's not going to go to the league. This is his only shot to make money playing football. And I don't know what his career looks like that. I don't know what he's going to do. I'm not saying he won't make 6 figures. What I'm saying is this is his only shot to make any money. And he was told he was going to get 6 figures. And he didn't get it. And his agent's an idiot for not getting it in writing. It's a fucking nightmare. And the reality is he got screwed. because whatever you think, this was not just some easy decision for him to walk away. He's the starting quarterback for a team that could go to the playoff. But like, I bet it's a horrifying decision for him. However, 100,000 is a fucking 100,000. That's a lot of money. A lot of money. Kev, if you would you go to work for 2 months and not get paid what you're supposed to?
No.
Exactly.
No, not.
Look
no,
at it that
I-
way. When you look at it like a job, the perspective switches on it. He got screwed, man. He got screwed.
And I agree with that. And I think that's a great way to look at it, James. I think what you have mentioned is really key, because it is a job. And even to those who are more willing to bet on themselves, there is a situation. There have been plenty, whether it be a play-by-play gig or something. You know, I'm sure we've all had a passion project that we've taken less money than we would, or maybe even taken no money to do something, because we were taking a chance to try to build a brand that we could then grow into and maybe still do it as a career down the line. So yeah, like I would move to Vegas for a career opportunity, and I would maybe be patient with them for a few weeks if the promised money wasn't coming, because hey, nobody else has given me this opportunity and I'm here. But yeah, I think 2 months is more than reasonable at this point. You're doing your job well. I mean, anybody casting a stone about this, then I'm assuming you've never gone to your boss and asked for a raise. And this kid isn't even doing that. He's just simply asking them to honor what they agreed to give. Yeah. It's pretty simple here. And anybody, in my opinion, running defense for UNLV or anyone other than this kid, who again did some dumb things here, definitely has some room to grow. But all the nefarious individuals are on the side of either the running rebels or this shisty little agent doofus, whoever that guy was, who hopefully will have a hard time getting hired as a janitor going forward, because Jesus,
he might
mother of Mary, what are you doing, idiot? Like, put him in jail. Honestly, that's probably worth. If you steal 100,000 from me, or if you lie about it, I would like to see you go to jail for that. So yeah, you know what? That is a crime, isn't it? What he's done, and he deserves to be punished for that. Unlike poor Matthew Sluka, who I hope we'll get to see play college football next year, but you never know.
You don't know what the offer is going to be next year. Maybe he only gets 50. You know, I don't.
Maybe he gets none because he's not allowed to play for the next 7 weeks.
Yeah,
nobody will have seen him.
There's going to be people that won't pay him because they won't go after him because of him leaving the team. Like, it's a whole fucking nightmare, dude.
Completely undeserved.
I feel so fucking bad for him. Like, he just got KO'd in this deal.
At least in our humble opinion.
You know whose fault this truly, truly fucking is? I got one more rant in me.
Yeah.
It's the NCAA's fucking fault.
Oh, yeah.
NIL is the wild, wild west. There's no rules. There's no regulations. They won't act like it's salaries like it should be. Everybody's getting paid to play. Stop fucking calling it NIL. Like, it's bullshit. The NCAA is the reason this kid got screwed. You want to go, that's the real reason he got screwed. And there's no question to ask.
Yeah, the root cause is still the same, right? Almost every issue you've ever had or anyone's ever had with college sports usually comes back to the NCAA and their corrupt policies and the system refusing to adapt to the modern world.
They want to keep exploiting these kids, and they don't want to fucking have to foot the bill. They want to keep getting their 7-figure salaries. Like, fuck them, man.
Fuck them all. I agree with that. And maybe that will be one of the positives to come out of the complete restructuring of college football that continues to happen before our eyes. If it muscles out these worthless NCAA officials that do nothing but
I agree,
circle over this place with red tape and fill their pockets while making everyone else's lives worse, then you know what? So be it. You know what? I will
Mhm.
take the death of the Pac-12. Fair trade for me. But then again, my team has never been in a conference, so don't let me speak for everyone here. But James, the folks at home, we've mentioned it before, but anybody who just joined us may not know. We're pulling double duty tonight on Bite Size Sports as John and the boys will be firing off with an episode of Necessary Roughness right after this. But on Thursdays, James and I, we do spend a little time talking about our beloved division, what is basically the red-headed stepchild of the NFL right now. I think
Remember
I'm
when there
still
was
allowed
talk
to say
about it
that.
being competitive, and now here we are with we have 2 of the 3 defeated teams in the NFL. The Colts, who have Anthony Richardson throwing interceptions to throwing passes to fucking the other team constantly. And I think the Texans are good, but they got the fucking shit kicked out of them last weekend by the Vikings. Kev, let's play a round of whose quarterback's worse right now. Last week, Will Levis throws a pick 6, so it's second of the year. An all hitch route, just fucking ding dime, pick 6. Oof. Anthony Richardson threw 2 interceptions, right? Is that right? He threw the boneheaded one in the end zone where he's like 5 yards away and just throws it. And there's 3 Bears defenders there.
Yep. And it gets
and there's the other one where there the other one where he's like wrapped up, and maybe I think this was from where he just like throws it right to the defensive lineman.
Yeah, that one.
Today.
Yeah,
is that from a different game?
That might have been. That feels like that was the touchdown one where he was he held on too long, and I don't remember. It wasn't good. Again, they also have been a lot of drops in Indianapolis, so that has been. We said, haha, guilty. I thought it'd be a feisty division.
Well, the Titans the Titans quarterback they drafted came into town and fucking beat their dicks in.
Yeah, that was.
Malik Willis came to town and cooked us.
I was shocked because after what happened to the Colts with Malik, I thought, okay, well, Titans have a better defense. They'll see this coming. But no, Malik actually
looked like a quarterback.
It actually looked like a quarterback against you guys. Against the Colts, it looked like it looked like Malik was playing a game of NCAA football 13 with like UTSA. He's playing as the Roadrunners. When you're in that first season of your dynasty rebuild and you just put your fastest guy in at quarterback and just run the option just to get through the fucking season.
30-yard pass on like his second play, and I'm like, are we about to do this? And we were about to do this. It was the longest play they'd given up. The defense had given up all year.
Unbelievable. What kind of weird, bizarro world we've been.
Okay, I got the play. Here it is. It was against the Bears.
Yeah,
I will say, like, this is what I'm not to shit on Anthony Richardson, but this was my worry coming into the season for him is he's ultra athletic and everybody's all about like that throw Alec Pierce in the first game, that touchdown was a sicko throw. However, he's completing like 50% of his passes. Isn't it something crazy like that, Kev? He's not.
Yeah, again, the drop rate, like the Colts are potentially, they might be leading the whole league in drops though. So it has to be considered. Like they're dropping at a ridiculous rate. But yeah, this is one.
This looks like something Will Levis would do. Like instead of going down, he tries to force it. Will Levis has done this year.
Yeah, this is just a young quarterback doing too much. And honestly, the one in the goal line was very similar. But also,
one on the goal line is
just a dumb play call. Why you have Jonathan Taylor? Why are you making that? Like Shane Steichen's play calling has been really bad. He's trying to do too much. I think he's freaking out at the idea he isn't forced to call plays for Gardner Minshew right now, and he's just getting way too cute for himself.
Yeah,
3rd and inches. And instead of handing it off to Jonathan Taylor, he's running a spread option with Trey Sermon, and Jonathan Taylor's not in the game. It's like, come on, coach. Pull your head out of your ass. This isn't Madden.
Interesting, like
play football.
I'm not out on either of them. This is going to sound crazy. So Will Levis leads the NFL in turnovers right now. He's got 4 interceptions and 3 fumbles, something like that. He's done some dumb fucking shit. And I'm like, let him. The Titans they're not going to win anything this year. So find out if he's only 12 starts into his career. Fucking ride it out. If he sucks, you've got a top pick next year, which I also think next year is a terrible quarterback class. So this might be a 2-year ride out with him. But there's no reason to switch quarterbacks to Titans backups Mason Rudolph and win 2 games. Either you win with Levis or you lose with him and find out, right?
Yeah, that's our same philosophy with AR.
They were trying to kind of make a comeback. So they the Levis pick 6 was huge because they were down 2 touchdowns, but they're making a comeback. They score, defense gets them to go 3 and out. Defense didn't look like they were ready, that really pissed me off. But they're making a comeback, and the Titans' right tackle situation is so horrifically bad. The right tackle gets juked out of his pants, is on his knees as Levis is getting massacred. And Levis fumbles. So, yes, it's a fumble. It's a turnover on Levis. That's not his fault. He catches the ball, looks up, and he is getting he's just getting blown away.
Right.
That's not his fault. So he's gotten plenty of dog shit turnovers. The fucking pick 6 against the Bears, the stupid pitch back against the Jets, the pick 6 this game. He's done some dumb ones. One of the interceptions, Traylon Burks got to catch the fucking ball. But that's not his fault. And that's I said it before the season that the Titans' right side of the offensive line was going to be the biggest problem, and it fucking is.
Yeah. Been brutal. And yeah, I think we're dealing with a lot of similarities where I think the Colts are feeling the same way. Like, you got to go see what AR can do. Any of the people that are calling for Flacco are again, with whatever
they're
respect
not winning the
due,
Super Bowl.
You're an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't even want to have too much respect for you because
Yeah,
Joe Flacco was
neither of these
retired
teams,
last year, got pulled off his couch to be a backup. The Colts were stupid for even bringing Flacco on to be
because he doesn't fit. It's such a weird. It just doesn't. He doesn't fit, man. It
doesn't fit at all.
We've talked We've talked plenty about that.
Yeah.
Neither of these teams are winning Clayton, the Super Bowl, right? That's the
yes.
So find out what you got. You have to, especially for Richardson. He's played more this year than he had last year, so you're already off to huge positive there. I think it was game 3 last year. He got hurt. We were there.
Mm-hmm. And he's had his moments. He definitely makes some bad throws.
He's athletic as fuck.
Decisions. Young quarterbacks are going to do that. You know what? A thing that us Colts podcasters have been saying over and over and over again, it's very easy for us to do because we have this to fall back on. Peyton Manning set the record with 28 interceptions his rookie year. All right.
Guess what? When you talk about greatest of all time, he's in the top 5.
Yeah. Not everybody is ready to go right away. Sometimes you need to go out there and learn from your mistakes. And some of those folks, once given the time to go learn from their mistakes, end up being the best among us.
Well, we talked about it before the season.
When you have the leash too short, you never get to find out what you actually have. And
before
that's
the season, we talked about how AR had played 20 total games since high school.
Yeah.
You got to find out. I don't believe in him, but you're not going to bail on him. Changing to Joe Flacco isn't even going to get you to play. I just saw this too. This is crazy. Mountain West is reaching out to Toledo and NIU to just play football only. I just saw raiding the match.
Wow.
Hey,
maybe Notre Dame can get an invite next. I don't know. They're not quite
maybe they'll
as
go to the
quality
Pac-12,
as those two programs.
Pac-12, coast to coast, just like the Big Ten. Jesus Christ. It's the same thing with Levis. People calling for his head are idiots. Titans aren't. They're 0-3. You're not making the playoffs. It's historically 0-3 teams never make the playoffs, so it's whatever. You got a new offensive line, you got a new left tackle, which JC Latham has been awesome. Very excited about him. But new center, new left tackle, different guy at right guard. You got to figure the right tackle situation wasn't addressed this offseason, and it's starting to show. Your defense has been great at times and been boneheadedly stupid. Jeffrey Simmons, they stopped him. The Packers kicked a field goal, missed it. The Titans were down I don't remember if they were down 7 or if they were down. I think they were down 7. And Jeffrey Simmons gets a boneheaded foul on something with the center. You know how you can't mess with the center on a kick. 5-yard penalty, first down, touchdown on the next play. So even the Titans' best players, that's 2 weeks in a row. He's had a boneheaded play that's cost him and given up points. It's everywhere. It's not just Levis. Like people want to talk about Levis, but how first 2 weeks the Titans had punts blocked.
Yeah, dude, that was the same thing with the Colts, where the first 2 weeks looked like the worst run defense in football. And then last week, partially because, unfortunately, you think the Titans have a bad O-line. I mean, unfortunately, the Bears have a very bad O-line.
Their O-line
that helped.
Horrific.
But Zaire Franklin looked a lot more like Zaire Franklin in week 3 as well.
Yeah.
You know, like that whole defense just was not – it was not all AR's problem. And again, to those who haven't been for those who have been fortunate enough to not have to sit through every snap of Colts football so far of this season, I can tell you they are dropping passes at a rate that is an anomaly. Like, it is ridiculous.
Really?
The number of catchable, hit you in the numbers, hit you in the hands drops that the Colts have had.
I say I've watched very little, just bits and pieces. So.
Not to say that there aren't accuracy issues. I don't want to, try to misrepresent that. But he is not a 50% accurate quarterback so far. His completion percentage should be much higher. Adonai Mitchell right now has pan hands. I was very high on him, still am. I still think he's going to be a great slot receiver. Him and Josh Downs together as a 3-4 really could be something special. But right now, he can't catch a cold.
Did Downs play last week?
Downs played finally last week.
But he's not right yet.
No, I wouldn't have played him until this week. But
that's
I'm
like
always
it's the Titans are putting so many new pieces together. Ridley was good for 2 games, and he was nowhere last week. Hopkins tore his MCL the end of July. This was his first game where he looked like his old self a little bit. He had like 7 for 74 or something like that. But the Titans gave up 8 sacks. I think it's the most in the NFL in like 4 years. Sick. Like, you can't get – I thought we tried to address this. Like, we got a new center, stud center, new left tackle. Our left guard, Skronsky, has not been good, and he was 12th pick overall.
Yeah.
And then the right side's just a disaster. And you can't get any type of read on what you've got when all he's doing is getting flattened. Like, and when he does have pressure, like when he does have clean pockets, he is like Levis's phantom floating into the pressure. Like, he doesn't got great pocket presence. He's doing some dumb shit. He's throwing bad picks. There's a lot of question marks, but there's some glimpses, and I'm like, regardless, you got to find out. Like, I'll tell you what I do know is that Mason Rudolph is not a starting NFL quarterback, period. End of story.
Well, I'm with you there as far as our teams go. And my good friend Clayton Scalina from Hot Take Sports
What up?
Carnage Media, he's got one maybe we'll have a little bit of a different take on as I fade into obscurity here. He said, just tune in, had to update. My buddy was at the Browns game last weekend and heard we want Jameis chance already. So kind of similar, but different team. James, what do you think? Is it too soon for Browns fans to give up on Deshaun Watson?
No, he's been fucking terrible. Good luck with your camera, by the way.
Yeah,
he's been terrible since last year. The problem is they owe him so much money. Like, they shouldn't have ever let Flacco go. That was a huge screw up. They should have kept Flacco on the team. But yeah, like, Deshaun Watson is bad, and I'm glad he's bad. I'm gonna publicly say that. Glad. I hope he sucks forever.
Agreed. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, allegedly. Yeah. Well, any thoughts coming into week 4 for our AFC South squads?
I don't know who you guys play, but do you know who we play?
Clayton says we hate him too. Don't worry.
Yeah. I would like to apologize to all NFL fans because Monday Night Football, one of the 2 games, the first game, you don't have to turn it on. Just don't even waste your time. It's 7:30 game on Monday night. It's not even the second game. The 7:30 game Monday night is the Tennessee Titans at the Miami Dolphins. Disgusting. The total set at 36.5. Dolphins are favored.
They don't even have a quarterback yet, or is it Tyler Huntley? Is that who?
I don't know who. Like Skylar Thompson's kind of hurt. Like I don't think it's going to be him. He hasn't been good anyway. What a gross. Like here's the deal: the Seahawks and Lions play at 8:15. Just act like there's only one game on Monday.
There should only ever be one game on Monday.
Yeah, just wait till. I agree. I hate the doubleheaders, especially the third week. If you want to do it the first week, I'm not mad about it.
Sure, because it's an event, you know.
Yeah, the second and third week, like guys, I'm trying to go to bed at some point.
Yeah, it's still a Monday.
These times will kill us.
I still have a life to get to, and you're not going to make my Monday, you know, because that's the other thing. Most of us who live in the real world, Monday's kind of a tough day. You're probably multitasking already.
Yep.
Anything you punted off on Friday afternoon is now boomeranged back at you.
Yep.
If you had too much fun on the weekend, you're a little hungover already. So your whole fucking day feels like a 2-minute drill.
Yep.
And then the NFL, what's supposed to be your escape on a Monday night, especially if you're not a wrestling fan, now instead of just being able to kick back and enjoy one football game, you got to decide if you want to watch whatever Cardinals, Rams, whatever fucking bullshit dog water game that you are going to be required to stay into just because of fantasy football. Or will you? No, stop it! And if quit giving us
I'm a sicko. I'm gonna watch every second of every Titans shitty game. Except Kev, here's one. I will not be able to watch Titans Colts in a couple of weeks. My family's gonna be in town and we're doing some stuff, so I won't actually be able to watch that one. But I will watch every second of every shitty Titans game and hate myself for it. Even like the second half last week, I'm like, oh, we got a chance. We're coming back. We never had a fucking chance. We suck. I miss Vrabel already. I miss him. I do. I miss him.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here. I definitely don't always enjoy being on a live podcast during Colts games. There are some days where I'm like, I wish I'm just going to mute and turn the camera off.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't do it anymore. That's why I want to watch and be sad. I also love NFL some days.
It is a good time. And speaking of NFL, I know we've got to get out of here in a few minutes. Is it still last time I checked, it was still halftime.
No, it's 14-9, 9:40 left in the third. We got the Giants driving. Trying to get where they're at because it's at commercial. They're moving though. They are on. Oh, it's 4th and goal on the Dallas 8. No, Dallas 3. 4th and goal on the Dallas 3. So I wonder if they called timeout to see if they're going to go for it.
Oh,
it's at commercial right now. So I wonder. There we go. This is definitely. So I'm gonna play behind here. Hold on a second.
Ooh, okay. Well, we're gonna hang with you guys for a few more minutes. This will be cool. We can kind of go out on a high note. Checking in.
So it's 3rd and goal. Oh, they kicked it. Okay. ESPN's ahead. The ESPN app's ahead. They kicked the field goal.
Oh, they did kick the field goal. So
your boy Wandale's having a good game, though.
Let's go.
He's got let me just give you the stats here. So this 3rd and goal, it's 3rd and 8. I know we're behind, but let's see what they do here. Oh, little swing pass to Wandale. Oh, fuck. That's a great tackle. They get him at the 3. If he could have broke that tackle, it would have been a touchdown. Wandale's got 8 for 54. Good for him.
Let's go. I love it. He was a late start for me in a couple of leagues today. So very happy about that. It makes up for not having the balls to play Rico. But before we get out of here, James, do you want to let the folks at home know where they can find you?
Absolutely. You can catch us here every week, every Thursday, 9 p.m., talking all kinds of nonsense. On our sister stations where you'll find me at the most. Yeah, the quarterbacks have been good. On our sister station, Dweeb, is where you'll find me at the most. Every Monday at 6 p.m. on the weekly Dweeb, talking all our favorite nerd stories from this last week. It's been a lot of PS5 hate recently. A lot. You can catch us every Wednesday at 9 p.m. over there as well on Han Shot First, our flagship Star Wars channel, where I am currently making Kev watch all of Star Wars Rebels because he's never watched it before. We're just slowly working our way through season 1 right now. He is enjoying it. You can also catch some other stuff. Kev today recorded a Agatha All Along and the Penguin video. Tomorrow at noon, you're going to see my preview review of the Ghost of Yote. I can't even think of the name of this. Is it Yote? Is that right? I can't even think of it right now.
Sounds right.
Sounds right, right? I think that's right. Preview review that'll go live at noon. Now I got Ghost of Yote. Going live tomorrow at noon. So come over there, check us out. We're slowly growing, 130 subscribers. Kev, congrats to us, bud. Finally, we got there.
We did it. That is right. And yeah, you can find me in all those same places that James just mentioned.
I only do podcasts with Kev. I have to. So he's my only friend.
We also have some new content coming out. Like we mentioned, Clayton here. Shout out to Clayton. Go check him out over on Hot Take Sports. Carnage Media getting back into action. So in a couple of weeks, we will have a boxing event that the preliminary fights will be free to view. Definitely on Carnage Media's YouTube channel, probably here as well. So we got that stuff coming up. Much more to look forward to in the world of combat sports now that we're finally getting back up and running there. And of course, like James mentioned, we're doing extra dweeb content. I also, speaking of MMA, if you guys could go check out our recently released Sit Down with the Sniper, my interview with Gates, the Sniper Cook. It was a great time. Gates is a great guy. Easy for me to say, pal. And just a wonderful guy to talk to. He's got a really cool story, a lot that you could learn, and a pretty inspiring conversation as well. So if you're somebody looking to go make a change and follow a new career path, you might get a thing or two out of listening to Gates talk for 30 minutes. I know that I did. So thank you to him. Thank you to all of you. And we have got to get out of here because pretty soon Johnny and the boys are going to come knocking on that studio door and say, hey, man, it's my time. It's my show. So Necessary Roughness, folks, coming up. I've been wanting to say this ever since I was a child, and unfortunately, technology didn't allow me an opportunity. But, folks, don't you touch that dial, okay? Don't change the channel, because we got another live show coming up right away. All right. I know. Don't look for the dial on your phone. It's not there. It's just, you don't have to get my joke. That one was for me and for John. All right. We love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy this outro. I don't have the word from our sponsor. So you know what? Goodbye. We'll see you later.
See you next time.